Alright, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is Mazan Ban Yashiala, coming out of the GMS Lions Den camp. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there around the four corners of the earth, preaching this truth and sincerity, and the few Akwaf that's following their husbands and believing on the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and the children, man. Today I want to do a quick, brief topic on basically, man, what you gonna do, man? You're gonna take that red pill or that blue pill. You know what I'm saying? That blue pill, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, basically you're gonna choose that spiritual death. You know what I'm saying? Like in Ezekiel, the valley of the dry bones, you're gonna be those dry bones. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna stick to being in Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And all these other strongholds, you know what I'm saying, principalities and high places that's against our people today, man. Against the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man. All these stumbling blocks that were set before them. You know what I'm saying? Even though everything's predestined, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will choose your stumbling blocks. And he will also choose you to follow down that narrow path to righteousness, man, which is to salvation. That attain that glorious crown, man. And to attain those spiritual bodies, new bodies, where we won't run and get weary. We're going to attain spiritual powers, and we're going to attain the kingdom and have our heart's desire. But we have to endure to the end in this thing, even though many are called and few are chosen. Okay, with that being said, man, let me get my first scripture. Okay, this is St. John. See, I'm finna go into the red pill first. You know what I'm saying? That like this picture say back here in the background. It's Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 to 68. You know what I'm saying? If you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, will go to this chapter and read these verses, you will clearly see that it is speaking unto you, man. The words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who the world Italy called God, Jehovah, and Allah, and his son, who the world Italy calls Jesus Christ and Yahshua, is speaking into the souls of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to let you know according to his prophecies. Because he is the power of prophecy, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is the power of prophecy first, man. So you got to know. He's speaking unto you and letting you know that you are the children of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Also the confusion in faces, whose bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through their father, according to Numbers 1 and 18. Alright, let me get this first scripture. This is St. John. Okay, I'm going to start. Okay, this is St. John chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 3. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking to Nicodemus. You know what I'm saying? Nicodemus was a Pharisee. You know what I'm saying? You know, the scribes and Pharisees, they only believe that, well, basically the Pharisees, they only believe that they could get saved through the law, man. But you know, this what Yahweh Shai said unto him. All right, this is St. John chapter 3, verse 3. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High, man. So therefore, man, if you're not born again, you know what I'm saying, you will not see the kingdom of Yahweh, man, which is the Father. You will not see his kingdom. You will not reach it. You know what I'm saying? And how you be born again? You know what I'm saying? You got to put them lies aside, man, and come on to the truth. You got to know that, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans are the children of Israel, man. Then you got to know the true power. You know what I'm saying? The only one, the true God, man, which means power. The only one true power, which is Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? His son name is Yahweh Shai, because we do have to reverence him also. You know what I'm saying? He became the mediator in the New Testament. So there ain't no other name that we may be able to call on to be saved. So it's necessary to call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You got to call on the Father and the Son and their proper names. And it is in the Hebrew, because the Lord, who the world instantly calls Jesus Christ, his name was Yahweh Shah, Mashiach. And he was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Okay, this is verse 4. Nicodemus said unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? And there was a question mark. No, man, how you be born again? You got to be born again through the Spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit and in truth. Just like St. John also tells us, and I'm going to get that precept. Matter of fact, let me get it now. This is just a chapter over. This is St. John chapter 4, verse 24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So therefore, man, if you worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who the world instantly calls God, Jehovah, and Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? If you worship Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai, who the world instantly calls Jesus Christ, and Yahshua, you know what I'm saying, in spirit and in truth, by calling on their proper names and worshiping them by keeping the laws to the best of your ability and getting out there on them highways and byways and bringing to the marriage, doing everything that he commanded you to do to the best of your ability. And some things, you know what I'm saying, you can do. You know what I'm saying? You brothers got to push harder. That's why we got to, man, we got to get out of this thing. We got to wake up. The 144,000 men. And also them 1/3 women and children, man, and the confusion of faces also. We got to wake them out, man. Wake them up, Shalaki, so we can get up out of here. Okay, this back in St. John's, chapter 3, verse 5. Yahweh Shai answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water, of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So you have to be born again of the Spirit, man, like we just read in St. John chapter 4, verse 24, man, the Spirit and in truth. So you got to study thyself approval, man. A workman shall not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, man. So you know what I'm saying? Blessed is he that readeth. Revelations 1 and 3. You know what I'm saying? And hear the words of this prophecy. Because only a select few are able to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. That's 144,000 men. Lord will I be part of that number. Okay, I got a quick precept too. You know what I'm saying? And this also in St. John. Okay, this is St. John chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So if you believe on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, the Father and the Son, as the scriptures have said, you know what I'm saying, out of your belly will flow living waters, man. You know what I'm saying? He put Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai put the words in our mouth. It ain't up to us, you know what I'm saying, what's gonna come out, if we gonna be edifying, or we gonna be just slanderous and wicked and backbiting and talking all types of shit, being scoffers. It's up to him, because he direct man's paths. Okay, back to St. John chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 6, because we just read in verse 5, you know what I'm saying, he said you can't be born again of the waters, or of the Spirit, you know what I'm saying, of the water and of the Spirit. He can, you know what I'm saying, if you don't be born, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter to the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. So that we got to be born again for that water. And what I just read what the water is, man, if you believing on Yahweh Shai, as the scripture says, out of your belly will flow rivers of living water, man. You know what I'm saying? So therefore we got to be baptized by this word. And I got a scripture on that also. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man, who the world instantly calls Jesus Christ, he prays for us, man. He prays for the elect of Israel. The one, you know what I'm saying, the 144. The men that's going to wake up to went through it. And you know what I'm saying? And the men are here in Great Millstone, starting from Apostle Tahar all the way down. You know what I'm saying? To the camp heads, all the way to the younger Archeon. That's out there giving all diligence to make their calling and election sure. That's preaching the, you know, preaching this truth in season and out of season. Not wavering, man. Not being tossed here and fro by any doctrines. Okay, this is St. John. Chapter 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is true. So that's what Yahweh Shah HaMashiach asked for Yahweh to do to the elect, man, the ones that Yahweh Shah HaMashiach chose from the foundation of the earth. Because he was there at the beginning. He helped create all this, man. He chose us from the beginning. So therefore, man, you know what I'm saying, he gave it to us, and he says sanctify us through his truth. And his word is the truth, man. So that's what you got to be sanctified by, man. That's the water. All right, this is St. John, chapter 3, verse 6. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. So you born of the spirit, man, you ain't going to be nothing but that spirit, man. And you're going to continue to in this word, man, and give all diligence, man, just like I was mentioning earlier. And what's born of the flesh, he can't do nothing but the things of this world, man, which is all they want to do is, you know, get their money. You know what I'm saying? Stay going to their synagogues and giving monies and the tithes and offering, thinking they can get dollar bills for their sins. But the scriptures Shalaki, clearly say, you know what I'm saying, that riches profit not in the day of wrath, man. And wisdom is better than rubies. What's the beginning of knowledge and wisdom? The fear of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? You would fear him. You would reverence his 613 laws, man, that he set forth for Jacob, you know what I'm saying, which later name was turned on to Israel when he wrestled with the angel, which I believe, you know what I'm saying, I ain't even gonna go there, but you know, yeah, I said I believe it was Yahweh that he wrestled with, you know what I'm saying, and his name was changed onto Israel, you know. Okay, this is verse 7. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. You know what I'm saying? He say, marvel not at that, man. Don't be shocked and be amazed, because it's simple, man. You be born again, man. You wash, you know what I'm saying, you wash your brain with the washing of the word, your mind, your la'ab, which is the Hebrew word for your heart, man, which means your mind. You know, you washed your mind. You refrained your mind from this world, man. You took off that old man and put on that new man, and followed your power and did what he commanded you to do. Okay, let me get a quick precept, because that's what you have to do, man, once you be reborn. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High. All right, Shalaki about that, Akim. There's a lot of distraction. You know, I know y'all heard the music in the background and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a park in my car doing this lesson real quick. But let me get back to the lesson. This is on Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So therefore, man, we supposed to present our body as a living sacrifice. How you do that, man? You can't do that behind your computer screen. You can't do that, you know what I'm saying, scoffing on the apostles and elders, you know what I'm saying, comment board. And they the man that taught you, and you just wanted to teach some other stuff that ain't had nothing to do with the doctrine because you wanted to be that guy. You wanted to teach for filthy lucre's sake. You seen opportunity, because you know a lot of you niggas like y'all be opportunists. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we supposed to. That's another clean cut for you ones that don't believe. You got to go out on them highways and byways and teach this truth, man. And that's another cut for that Christianity doctrine, man. And the scriptures clearly tell you in what that is. Oh yeah, the Acts chapter 7 verse 48. You know what I'm saying? The Most High don't dwell in temples made with man's hands. And also in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16, he tell you that your body is the temple. And he was speaking unto the Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Also the ones that believe they was Romans. Just like the day y'all believe that y'all are Americans, African Americans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all believe y'all two continents, named after two Edomite devils, man. After Esau, the so-called white man. Is y'all father, by the way. That's why y'all love these lies, man, and these philosophies that they push forward. All right, this is verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. So you got to transform your mind from all this foolishness and this trickery and sorcery and all this confusion that you was taught here in America, which is modern day Babylon. You know what I'm saying? According to the scriptures, this is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, man. Sodom for all the homosexuality that's being pushed on a mass scale, and you know what I'm saying, in Egypt for the bondage of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man. That's how this whole place got built, of the blood, sweat, and tears of them. So therefore, man, you got to renew your mind. You got to be born again. You know what I'm saying? Know that you are Israelite from you know what I'm saying, from one of those 12 tribes. Know that your true power name is, and you know what I'm saying, his proper name is Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh is the father name, you know what I'm saying, who the world Italy calls Jehovah, God, and Allah. You know what I'm saying? And the son's name is Yahushua, who the world Italy calls Jesus Christ and Yeshua. Okay, let me get another scripture. Okay, this is St. John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That's what's going to make you free from, you know what I'm saying, this mental bondage that the so-called white man, which are the Edomites, according to the Bible, man, according to prophecy, thus saith Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying, that bondage, that spiritual bondage they had us in, believing that they were, you know what I'm saying, God, because that's what they set themselves up to be. Starting with the Renaissance period, the iconoclasm, you know what I'm saying, even farther than that, they always did hate us, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Esau said, when his father Isaac died, he's going to kill his brother Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he been doing. You can see it all the way up now, all the way up to the times now. You know what I'm saying? He been doing that. He been trying to commit genocide on us, man. That he's our natural born enemy. You know what I'm saying? It was two babies in the womb of Rebecca, man. One name was Jacob and another name was Esau. We was warring sister wombs. You can go back and read about that in Genesis 25, starting at verse 23. All right, this is 2 Corinthians. And by the way, for the ones that want to just believe in the New Testament, talking about we under a new covenant, you know what I'm saying? The old is the new, man. The Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world Italy calls Jesus Christ, came in through. He came in the volume of the book. You know what I'm saying? And the New Testament wasn't written when he was here. So how you gonna say that? That means, you know what I'm saying, you going against the truth and you leaning on your own understanding. You ain't trusting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua with all your heart and let him direct your footsteps. You trying to take matters into your own hand and believe that you can just straight read these scriptures and interpretate them. But he clearly tells you we got to read the scriptures precept upon precept. Y'all will read a whole chapter and won't even get a precept to even back up the understanding that you got from it. And I'm going to get all of these scriptures that I'm mentioning, man. Let me get this one, though. This is on 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. And that's all you can do, man, when you become reborn and come into this knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is be for this truth. Because he said it will be better for you not to know the, you know what I'm saying, receive this truth and receive the holy commandment. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get it. And let me start, roughly paraphrasing these scriptures, man. Let me get them. Okay, this is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. He said it will be better for you not even to know this truth, man, for you to turn back into the world. You know what I'm saying? To go back to Christianity and all that other, you know what I'm saying, new vain philosophy and doctrines of devils, man. Devils, Shalaki. He said it would be better for you to do that, man. He said it'd be better for you not to even know the truth. So let me get another precept. Okay, this is James chapter 4. James chapter 4, verse Shalaki, I can bear with me. Verse 17. Therefore, to him that knoweth the do good and do it not, to him it is sin. So if you know the way of righteousness and you do it now, you turn back, you put your hand to the plow and you turn back and you start being lukewarm, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not fit for the kingdom of heaven, man. It's going to be better for one of them that was being led blindly to make it in the kingdom of heaven than it is for you. It'll be better than a harlot, you know what I'm saying, a woman that's out there prostituting her body to make it in the kingdom of heaven than it is to you, man, because you knew the way of truth. You knew Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and you turned back, you looked back. He told us to remember Lot's wife. She looked back and started feeling that bullshit in Babylon, you know what I'm saying, Shalaki, or Sodom and Gomorrah, you know what I'm saying, in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, she started feeling that lust to be back in that place. So she turned into a pillar of salt because she looked back. That's the same thing that's going to happen to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. If you come into this truth, you know what I'm saying, and claim your nationality and claim your true power by his proper names, you know what I'm saying, he's going to, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be worse off for you, man. He said you're not fit for the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be worse off for you than to somebody that was just cold their whole life. Because he said he'd rather you be cold or hot, not lukewarm. Okay, now let's get into this blue pill, man. This John 3:16. To stay into Christianity, man. Because you know what I'm saying, if you don't want to take that red pill and understand your nationality and how deep the rabbit holes goes, man. You don't want to dig into the surface and stay on that surface. And you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be born again out of this matrix and stay in the womb and stay a baby. Well, you ain't even been birthed yet. You still a fetus, man. You still in the belly. You still in the womb. You still in the matrix. So you ain't even a baby yet. Okay, let's get a scripture for y'all. Okay, this is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath attained it, and the rest were blinded. And that's what's gonna happen, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? That Israel have not attained what they have been looking for in all these idols, all these Greek and Egypt deities, man. They ain't found what they was looking for. That's why you look at them, man. They look like they just sucked up and dried out. They looking like dried up raisins, man, with no facial hair. You know what I'm saying? Because they cut it. I don't really got no facial hair like that, but I got a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't growing like that. I'm doing everything that I'm putting oils, you know what I'm saying, and toothpaste or whatever I can to make it grow. But you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these jakes that's out here that's just cutting they shit willingly. You know what I'm saying? Cutting rounding off all they hair off their head, making it bald. You know what I'm saying? And taping their edges up on the corners of their head. Just like the scriptures tell us not to. It's just sinful. They're sinning willfully, man. Okay, this is verse 8. According as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber. You know what I'm saying? He said the elect have attained it, man. You know what I'm saying? The elect. Lord will, I'm part of that number, man. But you know what I'm saying? Start for Apostle Tahar on down, man. To the elders of the counts. To the younger Akia, man. Who else looking like, you know what I'm saying, the elect? Because the brothers out here putting in work, man. They doing all the things that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah said the elect will be doing in these times. And you can clearly tell these the end times, man. Look at all the stuff that's going on, these wars and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? He said the first and the second war came, you know what I'm saying, past. And the third world come quickly, man. He talking about the world wars. You see World War III brewing up, man. You know what I'm saying? North Korea is basically ready, man, to go against America. And China's going to join in, and Russia. You know what I'm saying? All his allies, American allies, are going to turn against them and take them down in battle. Thus saith the Lord. And he said, as according as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they shall not hear, until this day. And man, and that's what he did. He gave them the spirit of slumber. He chose their delusions, man. You know what I'm saying? He gave them that stumbling block to believing in Christianity and all these doctrines of devil. You know what I'm saying? The nation of Islam, you know, Jehovah wickedness, all that foolishness, Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Egyptologists, all these Egypt gods, man, all these idols. He the one that gave them stumbling blocks and them delusions. Okay, let me get another precept. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and the fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. And you know what I'm saying? That's explaining Christianity in a nutshell, because you got a lot of sincere people in there, you know what I'm saying, that have been deceived, that have been brainwashed, you know what I'm saying, to believing that they are being told the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's really are some sincere people that stuck into this stuff, man. And that's going to call on the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua at the last hour and still be saved, man. Because he said there's going to be people coming in at the last hour. That's why you don't really know who the elect are. That's why you have to remain humble in this thing, man. You can't ever get prideful. Because that's one thing that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua hates, man. And that's an abomination unto him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. Our people have removed their hearts far from him. And that's the ones that's becoming lukewarm in this thing too, man. They removing their hearts far from him, man. And they losing that fire, man. They lost patience. Alright, this is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And that's what I was mentioning earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what our people are doing, man. They go into these sitting gods of Satan, man. These so-called churches, which is the body is the temple of the Most High. And what's the temple? The church, man. You know what I'm saying? When 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst, man. Just like the scriptures tell us. It don't matter. As long as it's 2 or 3 gathered in his name, man, there he is in the midst. We having church. And your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, man. That's why he asked you, what spirit is you? Is you of him or is you of Baal? You know what I'm saying? Your father, the devil, Satan, man. Is you of him? You know what I'm saying? And that's what our people cover with the spirit of that stuff, man. Of Satan. Of their father, the devil. The so-called white man's philosophies. And all these doctrines of devils and demons, man. They filled in that foolishness, man. They ain't into their true power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And it's been like that since the 300s AD, when Constantine was around, man. When this Christianity thing came in strong. But now it's the death of it, man. It's time for this stronghold to end, man. That's why the scriptures tell us we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principalities in high places, man. We spiritual men. We pulling down strongholds that's on our people. We ain't out there trying to fight and beat up people and all that and protest violence. No, we speaking the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. This is what thus said the Lord. Not thus said our wicked ass heart. You know what I'm saying? We know the heart is deceitful above all things. That's why we stay out of our feelings, man, because it's not about us. But that's what y'all people out there do, man. Especially y'all in this Christianity madness. Not even that, man. You ones in this Egyptiology madness too. That y'all worship women. Y'all call women God. You know what I'm saying? And y'all believe that a woman can have babies by themselves. Well, tell me why that haven't happened one time in history. You know what I'm saying? It's just hoes and, you know what I'm saying, just hoes and dumb shit that's all in y'all doctrine. I don't see how you can even believe some madness like that. But just like I mentioned earlier, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is the one that will choose your delusions. He the one that got you going that way. All right, this is in Isaiah chapter 30, and I'm going to skip down to verse 10. No, I'm going to start at verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesies deceit. And Con, you clearly see that, man, when we out down them highways and byways. Our people get mad because we tell them that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are God's chosen people, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the holy children of Israel, man. They're supposed to be set apart. And y'all the ones that got the laws and the ones that get the promises. They get mad at us because of that, man. So they tell the prophets, they tell the seers to see not, man. They tell the prophets to prophesy not. Because they'll get mad at you for telling them that they God's chosen people. And they especially, as soon as you tell them that, this is what they say. So what about the white man? What about the goddamn white man? What all the white man did but had his foot up your ass all these damn years since he had you here? Okay, and they say they want you to speak to them smooth things, that love and peace doctrine. You know what I'm saying? What Pastor Poke Chop loves speaking. You know what I'm saying? You can eat anything if you bless it to Jesus Christ, which is a goddamn demon. You know what I'm saying? You praise it to hell Zeus, which is a Greek deity. You know what I'm saying? That one that's on that picture, his name is Caesar Bonjour, the sixth pope. You know what I'm saying? The son of the sixth pope of Rome. Okay, this is verse 11. Get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression, in professionist, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in the high wall, the high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant. And that's what's gonna happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get the cup of the so-called white man, which are the Edomites of the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? He said he turned the cup up, he tilted the cup and gave us a little bit in this slavery. And you saw what happened in this slavery, man, in America. It was the worst slavery ever. But he said he's gonna dump the whole cup on them. So imagine what's gonna happen to the so-called white man and the rest of these heathen nations. Because they took, you know what I'm saying? Let me just get it. This is the book of Psalms. Chapter 83. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. And that's what all these heathen nations have done, man. They took crafty counsel against us, man. They took crafty counsel against the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. It ain't just the so-called white man. All these heathen nations that's outside of y'all have took us into slavery, man. It's just the so-called white man. He took us into the worst one. They went too far. And you saw what, you can do the research on your own. Check out what happened in the Atlantic slave trade. This is verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's what they did, man. They tried to cut us off from being a nation. They took our name away from us and gave us these bywords and byword. They gave us the bywords and proverbs, shalaki. You know what I'm saying? Like Negro, niggas, wetbacks, you know what I'm saying? Porch monkeys, so forth and so on, man. These Puerto Rican Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? All this bull drunk, you know what I'm saying? Jamaicans and all this foolishness, man. They gave us, it's so forth and so on, man. So all these bywords and proverbs. But we are Israel. They took that out of our memory. They took that, you know what I'm saying? They wiped our name out of existence and gave us these bywords and named the land Israel. So they changed everything, man. But everybody should know, if you read the Bible, man, that Israel is a people before it's a land, man. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And that's all the heathen nation. And the next verse, man, is going to go into all the heathen nations, the so-called white man, which is Edom, and the Ishmaelites, which is the Arabs, Moab, which is the Chinese, you know what I'm saying? And it goes into all of them, Japanese, Chinese, you know what I'm saying, the Hawaiians and all of them. You know what I'm saying? They took confederates, they took a crafty counsel against us, man. They consulted with one another. You know what I'm saying? Just like it tells us in Revelations, man, they gave each other's gifts, man. They was giving away, and some of them gifts were slaves.